CKP, and of course D-Mac. And so really proud of those guys and happy for them. But our fans were awesome. I mean, they were electric, and I just, again, wish we could have gave them one more play to finish it off, and we didn't do it. So my heart hurts for them. They did their part.
Yeah, but what do you see from Xavier Thomas today?
Played his butt off. I mean, I thought our whole defense brought it. Again, that's a great offense we went against. We held them to 22 yards. I mean, that probably won't happen the rest of the year. They ran up and down the field on LSU. We held them to 22 yards. We sacked guys hard to sack. That play X made on the third down. I guess right there at the end, right there on that last drive, man, that was an unbelievable play. Thought he got held maybe a couple times, but he battled hard, man. I thought they played really tough up front. And got better as the game went. Like I said, the second half was at the field goal, and then I think it was punt, downs. I think that's how it ended. So I'm really proud of them. I thought they competed their tails off. They made a bunch of competitive plays against a really talented group of receivers and tight ends and a quarterback. We made a lot of competitive plays on the ball. I don't know how many times Barrett Carter made a play on the wheel route. So it was outside of a couple of plays, we did a pretty good job.
I think I saw Mott was scanning for pressure before he left the backfield on the.
Yeah, it was just a miscommunication. Got to come across. We got to pick that up, and but again, sometimes mistakes happen. You get sacked. It's not often that it's a fumble and then you run it for whatever it was, 65 yards or something. I mean, but that's kind of been the story of our season at this point. But you just got to battle through it, and we've won a bunch of games like that, and we got to grow through it. We got a bunch of great young talent on this team that'll learn to keep getting better, and no more than that quarterback. So tough situation for us that we're dealing with some of that, but sometimes things happen, you don't understand why, but you got to pick yourself up, keep moving.
Yeah, how do you think this team will respond moving forward?
Just like you saw them respond tonight, they'll fight their tails off. You saw who we are tonight. I mean, those guys, you can't see the heart of our team, and you're just blind. Those guys, they competed their tails off tonight, and so did Florida State.
Coach, on your final offensive possession, there was a 3rd and 8 or 9, and the call was a QB draw. It seemed like there was a chance at the time to potentially run the clock out and have that be the final possession of the game. Can you speak to the decision to kind of play for the field goal there that ultimately was missed, as opposed to maybe being more aggressive and putting the ball in the air there?
Yeah, it really wasn't playing for the field goal. Garrett really thought that play was going to pop. They're bringing Saul blitz, and we really thought it was a great call. And thought it was going to pop. We really thought that we had a great call right there, and they made a good play. They got off the block, but I don't have a problem with the call. Again, we thought it was going to hit. Especially what the call was for them defensively, but it didn't work out. So you get to ask the question, but I have no problem with how Garrett called the game. I thought he did a heck of a job. He gave us a chance to win.
As close as this was, I'm sure people will ultimately look at this and say you're 2-2. They're in the top 5. Is this a changing of the guard at the top of the ACC? And do you feel that this is a referendum in any sort of way on kind of what the power structure of the league is versus where it's been? Or?
Oh man, it's just one day. It's hard to beat somebody 8 times in a row. They won the day. They won the game. I mean, they won today. And what does that mean? It means they may only win the ACC this year. I mean, we're not entitled to win the ACC every year. We didn't win it in 21. And a lot of y'all said we were done. We came back and won it last year. I think. Did we win it last year? So we lost in overtime to a great team, a team that may go on and win the whole thing. And we give them a lot of credit for that. So we don't sit around and act like we are top of anything. We just try to compete, show up, and do our best to represent this university class. And you know, we won a bunch of them. Today wasn't our day. But man, they give them credit. They've done a great job. I don't look at it as a referendum. I don't even know what that means. I don't look at it as that. I just think we lost the game. Lost the game.
Dabo, what do you expect your young men to take away from this game?
Well, I mean, you got a lot of young talent on this team, and a bunch of guys that's going to be around here for a while. It's going to be in a bunch of big games. We got a bunch of guys that'll win. They'll win a championship. There'll be another national championship or two coming. You know, and what you learn is it's one or two plays in games like this. It's one or two plays. When you play in games like this, it's one or two plays. Simple as that. And we won a bunch of these where you can say that play. And we lost some along the way where you can say this play or this play. So, you know, two really, really evenly matched teams, two great teams. The game could have been won. Again, we never even trailed in the game. But we had the critical mistake. And then obviously, you know, it's all about the ball. 36 points off the turnovers. Just process that in 4 games. And all of last year was 38. So that's why we're 2-2. And we got a good team. We got a bunch of young, again, a bunch of talented guys and that really, really care. And hurtful, I really do, hurtful because they work incredibly hard and they you know, they fought to win, you know, all the way. But we did. So we got to just keep moving forward. Opportunity to pick yourself up. You learn a lot through adversity. You know, I wish that we never lost a game ever. I wish that was the case. I wish we won every time. I don't know that you learn a lot from that, but you hate it when it doesn't go your way. You hate it when you lose. When you're a competitor, you hate adversity. So you just keep going. But you know, for me, listen. I mean, I know that as a person of faith that you know sometimes things happen you don't understand. And you just got, you know, where the world puts a period and an exclamation point, God puts a comma, right? And so just keep moving forward. We're not promised that nothing ever is going to, bad's going to happen or something's not going to go your way. But if you're a true competitor, you're a champion, you learn, pick yourself up, and you go back to work, and you focus on what you control. And you give credit to who your opponent is, and you move forward. And that's what we'll do, man. I mean, again, I can't say enough about Florida State and their effort and their fight to find a way to win, which they did. But I also can't say enough about our guys and who they are. I love this team, and I love their heart and their spirit and how they've worked. And it breaks my heart. That's where we are. I wish I could say why, but all I know is we got a lot of good days ahead, and I believe that. So. Been here before, different challenge, same God, and I know that we'll grow from it.
Dabo, parts into his ankle.
Yeah, it's a different. It's kind of below. It's kind of below the ankle area. That's the best way I can describe it.
Coach, you both went for 4th down around midfield and converted. As a coach, is that just the aggressive mindset you have to have in a big game like this? Yeah,
I mean, you know, early in the game, I felt like we get it. I'm confident in our guys, and we did. Just those are calls that sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But just felt like it was the right call. And then they went for a 4th and about 1.5 and got it by about that much. You know, ended up getting a score out of that, and that's one of those drives. If we can find a way to hold them to a field goal right there, you win the game. So, you know, disappointed in the 2 touchdowns in the first half, but yeah, give them some credit, man. That's a really good football team. This is a great quarterback, great running back, great receiver. This is a really good offense, and proud of how our guys responded in the second half. But you know, again, critical mistakes cost us.
TV broadcast showed you
frustrated with West a few times in the second half. I guess what was kind of your frustration there?
I don't even know. You know, I haven't seen the TV, so I don't know. But I don't know if there was frustration. I mean, we just compete. We're talking about, you know, situationally what's going on. I thought West did a hell of a job. There won't be many teams holding them guys to 17 points. I promise you that. There won't be many. So I thought West did a great job as our defensive coaches. Again, we didn't do a good job in the 2 minute right before the half, but hard to shut them guys down, and they did in the second half.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom? Anybody else in the room?
On the fourth and two.
Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Chris Swinney, sorry for the tough loss tonight. Talk about your offensive line. They did a great job today protecting the quarterback. Is this something you guys have been working on? Because he's been, he didn't get sacked. He had that one forced fumble. You know, it was a pretty decent day for the offensive line.
I mean, yeah, we work on it every day. Our offensive line has done a great job all year. I mean, we rush the ball, the way we rush the ball against that front, you know, 146 to 22, we outgained them. 400, outgained them by 100 plus yards. So offensive line gets a lot of credit for that, and they did a great job of protecting against, you know, some elite ends and a lot of pressure. They brought a lot of pressure. So outside of the one time where we just had a miscommunication with our running back, we protected pretty well. And then Cade did a great job today. It was his best game. It was his best game, and I hate that he didn't get the reward for it because he made a lot of plays.